Hi everyone, this is Sugantha Priya, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Dr.S.Sugantha Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science. This video lecture is about process in the subject operating system. So let us discuss about this process concept in detail in this video lecture. So what is a process? So generally a process is a program in execution. An operating system executes plenty of programs. So the programs can be either batch jobs or time shared systems. So in the batch jobs, a group of similar jobs can be executed by an operating system. Whereas in the time shared systems, every program is given a specific time to execute. Based upon the time, the programs are executed on the OS. So a process can belong to any one of these two categories. Either it can be a batch system or it can be a time shared systems. So generally a process is a program in execution. So a program that gets executed in an operating system, it becomes a process. So generally we write a set of programs. So once it gets executed in an operating system, it becomes a process. Next is generally a process include three basic things. So one is a program counter, second is a stack, and third is a data section. So in the program counter, so all the information about the program or the particular process is stored in the program counter. So next we have a stack. So stack is a temporary space for storing all our data. So last we have the data section. The data section, so all the data related to the particular process is stored in the data section. So next we will discuss about the important thing, that is process management task. So a process management has plenty of tasks, that is either in the multi-programming environment or multitasking. So in the multi-programming environment, so multiple programs are executed at the same time in an operating system. So whereas multitasking means the ability to perform more than one task is called as a multitasking. So every process management is capable of handling both multi-programming and multitasking. Next we will discuss about the important process management task. So the first is the process creation and the termination. So once a process is created, it gets executed in an operating system and finally it gets terminated. So next the process is scheduled in the CPU for execution. So in many cases a deadlock may occur. So if a deadlock may occur, we handle those deadlock with the help of the deadlock handling. So next important thing is next important project management task is a inter-process communication. So during inter-process communication, so one process communicate with the other process for sharing resources or sharing some sort of information. So next is process synchronization. So this is one of the important process management task. So in the process synchronization, so the process is synchronized so between multiple users. Say for example, I am executing process 1 and process 2. So I can switch over between these two processes with the help of a process synchronization. So both the tasks are executed at the same time and we are able to complete the process on time. So next we will discuss about important process operations. So all the process operations are done with the help of an OS scheduler. So the OS scheduler is going to schedule all our process. So the first step in the process operation is a process creation. So once the process enters the operating system, so the process is created for execution. So after process creation, it is sent for scheduling. So based upon the scheduling, there are different type of scheduling algorithms available. So based upon the needs, those scheduling algorithms are chosen by the operating system. So once the scheduling algorithm is chosen, next is it goes for execution. So once the process gets execution, so finally the process gets killed. So next we will discuss about the important attributes of the process. So the process has important attributes. So the process control block is going to control all these attributes. So the first attribute is the process ID. So every process will have a process ID. So this process ID is unique for every process. So with the help of this process ID, we can easily identify the processes in an operating system. So next is the process state. So this process state is going to tell, so the process is either in the ready state or running state or it in the terminated state. So every process will belong to any one of the process states. So next is the priority and other CPU scheduling information. This process priority is given for some process. So based upon the priority only, the process gets executed in an operating system. So next is the input output information about the particular process stored in the PCB. So next is the file descriptor. The file descriptor is nothing but the information about the particular file. So next is an accounting information. So what type of accounting information means? So what type of privileges that are provided to the user, so that are mentioned in the accounting information. So next is the memory management information. So what is the total memory taken for execution is maintained in this memory management information. So next we will discuss about the states of the process. So there are different types of states like new, ready, running, wait, complete, suspended, or ready. So new means the newly created process, that is being created by the user. So once a process created, next it is ready for execution. So after the process created, it moves to the ready state, so which means the process is ready for execution. So next is the running state. So the running state is nothing but the current state of the running process in the CPU. So only one process at a time that can be run in a CPU. So next is waiting or block. So for example, when a process is being running, so it is waiting for an IO request means, so that is moved from the running state to the wait state. So next we have the complete or terminated state. So once a process gets executed, it moves to the complete or terminated state. So next is suspended ready. In some cases, some process may be suspended for certain reasons. So when the ready queue becomes full, so some of the processes are moved from the suspended to the ready state for the execution. So next is a suspended block. So when the waiting queue becomes full means, so the suspended block is enabled. So these are some of the states of the process. That first is new. So from the new state, so the process gets admitted, it moves to the ready state. So from the ready state, so it is dispatched to the running state. So from the ready state, so the process gets executed in the running state. So in some cases, so even wait may occur, or some interrupt may occur. So if some interrupts occurs means, it moves from the running state to the blocked state. So finally it moves to the ready state, again it moves to the running state, and finally after the execution it gets exit. So these are some of the states of the process. So next we will discuss the advantages of process management. So with the help of the process management, we can run multiple programs at the same time in an operating system. So every process is isolated. So only one process is executed at an OS at a particular amount of time. So fair resource use is allocated if we use the process concept. So next is there is a smooth switching, or there is a proper process synchronization. So if we go for process management. Thank you.